What's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your boy Q Walker, aka Nephew Q, host of Beyond the Game, here to give you my top 5 players from every NBA franchise. Like I mentioned in the other videos, the NBA came out with their greatest 75 list, and instead of Q Walker boring y'all to death with my long list of 75 greatest players of all time, what I've decided to do is go to each respective NBA franchise and name the 5 greatest players with one honorable mention. I've done the Atlanta Hawks so far, the Boston Celtics, and the Brooklyn/New Jersey Nets. You can go back on the YouTube channel and check out those, see who I got in the top 5. So let's continue right along with the Charlotte Hornets top 5 greatest players of all time. And the honorable mention goes to this guy right here. He stood 5'3". He was the heart and soul, the guts, the glue of the early Charlotte Hornets franchise. He helped usher in the diminutive guys coming into the NBA and playing and showing they can prove they can play, like Earl Boykins and things of that nature. So if you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I'm here to educate you. I'm talking about none other than Tyrone Muggsy Bogues. Like I mentioned, he was 5'3", but he made a huge impact with the Charlotte Hornets. He was short in stature but big in heart. Now, he played with the Charlotte Hornets for 10 NBA seasons, and in those 10 NBA seasons, he averaged 8 points per game, 8 assists, shot 47% from the field, and 28% from the three-point line. Now, like I mentioned earlier, he was probably the guts and the glue for those early Charlotte Hornets franchise teams, but he is my honorable mention of all-time greatest Charlotte Hornets players. But let's get right on into my top 5. Starting off at number 5, he is the original light-skinned sharpshooter. This guy right here also helped give birth to probably the greatest shooter of all time. If you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about Wardell Stephen Curry Sr. That's right, the original light-skinned sharpshooter. Now, this guy right here, he played 10 seasons for the Charlotte Hornets. He averaged 14 points per game. He shot 40% from the three-point line and shot 46% from the field. Now, also, his tenure with the Charlotte Hornets, he won the NBA Sixth Man of the Year in the 93-94 season. But like I said, he's most known for being a sharpshooter, and with the Charlotte Hornets is where he spent the bulk of his career. So Dell Curry comes in at number 5 as greatest Charlotte Hornets players of all time. Now, the next guy on my list at number 4 is most notably known for having a killer crossover because he's from New York City. He made a name for himself at the University of UConn. He had much, if not all, of his individual success playing with the Charlotte Hornets. He was Michael Jordan's probably best draft pick up until LaMelo Ball came along. The guy who I'm talking about is none other than Cardiac Kemba Walker. And this guy right here, some of his accolades: he was a 4-time All-Star, making the All-Star game 3 times while playing with the Charlotte Hornets. He was All-NBA team member in 2018-2019. He's played 8 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets and averaging 19 points per game, 5 assists, shooting 35% from the three-point line and 41% from the field. So Kemba Walker, Cardiac Kemba, Crossover Kemba, whatever you want to call him, comes in at number 4 on my greatest Charlotte Hornets players of all time. Now, continuing on with number 3. I don't know if the Charlotte Hornets have a great NBA personnel development system or what, but they have a long list of guys who know how to shoot that rock. And this guy who comes at number 3 is no stranger to that as well. He won an NBA championship with the Los Angeles Lakers. He also won a college championship with the University of Michigan. If you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about none other than sharpshooter Glenn Rice, G Money. Now, G Money had a lot of his individual success again with the Charlotte Hornets. He played for them for 3 seasons, and in those 3 seasons, he averaged 23.5 points per game, which was his career high. He also had 4 rebounds a game. He also shot 47%. He shot 46% from the field while playing with them, while also shooting an astounding 44% from the three-point line while wearing a Charlotte Hornets jersey. Now, some of his accolades, like I mentioned earlier, he was an NBA champion in 2000 with the Los Angeles Lakers, but he was also a 3-time All-Star. He was a 2-time All-NBA player. He was an All-Rookie team member, and he was a 96-97 All-Star Game MVP, which you just saw him hitting that shot right there. So, which he won while playing with the Charlotte Hornets as well. So Glenn Rice, sharpshooting Glenn Rice, comes in at at number 3 on my all-time greatest Charlotte Hornets players. Now, coming in at number 2, it's fitting that I have this guy as number 2 because he wore the number 2 for the Charlotte Hornets. He was also known as Grandmama. He was also known as LJ, or Big L. A lot of people know him for hitting big shots for the New York Knicks later on in his career. But when he first got drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, this dude was a force to be reckoned with, and he's often compared to Zion Williamson. If you don't know who I'm talking about by now, I'm talking about none other than Larry Johnson, the explosive Larry Johnson from UNLV, rocking the gold tooth, had the part down the middle, had all the young whippersnappers trying to get their parts down the middle like Larry Johnson, because the dude just played with such ferocity and anger and explosiveness. Like, he was 6'7". He was an undersized power forward, but he was like a little fire hydrant out there. Like, you couldn't move him. He was just short and stout, and as you can see in all the explosive plays before his knees finally gave out to injuries and things of that nature. But anyways, some of Larry Johnson's accolades while playing in the NBA: he was a 2-time All-Star. He made the All-NBA team while playing for the Charlotte Hornets. He was All-Rookie team while playing with the Charlotte Hornets, and he also was the Rookie of the Year while playing with the Charlotte Hornets. Now, he played 5 seasons with them, and in doing so, he averaged 19 points a game, 9 rebounds, shot 34% from the three-point line, and 49% from the field. So Larry Johnson, Grandmama, comes in at number 2 on my all-time greatest Charlotte Hornets players. Now, if you don't know who my number 1 is by now, then you're boggled and you're like, who does this guy got? This guy that I have at number 1, I often got compared to coming up as a kid, not because I played like him, but because we both light-skinned and we both had a box. So that's where people compared me to him. But anyways, this guy comes from a long list of Georgetown big men coming into the NBA. He was a number 2 pick behind Shaquille O'Neal in the NBA draft. The guy who I'm talking about is none other than Alonzo Zoe Mourning for the Charlotte Hornets. He's the greatest Charlotte Hornets player ever. Some of his accolades include: he's a Hall of Famer, he's a 7-time All-Star, 2-time block champ, 2006 NBA champ with the Miami Heat, 2-time All-NBA. He was All-Rookie team member, 2-time All-Defensive team member, and a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner. Now, he played 3 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets, and in his 3 seasons with the Charlotte Hornets, he averaged 21 points per game. He averaged just over 3 blocks per game. He averaged 10 rebounds per game while shooting 51% from the field. So Alonzo Mourning, I felt like, made more of a bigger impact with the Charlotte Hornets than the rest of the 4 people that I named before him. So Alonzo Mourning comes in for me as the greatest Charlotte Hornets player to ever don a jersey. So in the comments, people, let me know who y'all think is the top 5 greatest Charlotte Hornets players of all time. Let me know if I got somebody on my list that doesn't deserve to be there. Let me know if you think there's somebody that deserves to be on the list. Let me know who y'all think I got too high, too low, or whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, make sure that you also watch all of the other Beyond the Game shows on the YouTube channel. If you can't watch it on YouTube, make sure you download the Beyond the Game app on your Amazon Fire Stick and watch us on there. If you can't watch us on there, make sure you tap in, subscribe, and listen to us on all major podcast streaming platforms as well. Subscribe to everything we have. But anyways, that's my top 5 list of all-time greatest Charlotte Hornets players. Let me know what you think about the list, and share this list so other people can chime in what they think about the list. But anyways, we're getting ready to get on up out of here, and as always, I want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We up out this thing, y'all. Peace.